To my ex who lured me out of a great marriage and then got me and then cheated on me. So this woman, this post she made got a lot of people talking. Like, what do you mean your ex lured you out of a great marriage? It's more or less like saying that somebody snatched me from my husband. How is that even possible? I wanted to be snatched. I personally don't believe somebody can snatch somebody from you, especially if you're in a relationship with a person. Like people say, oh, my friend wants to snatch my husband. No, your husband was ready to be snatched before your friend snatched him. Okay, so this is what it's giving. Like my ex, snatched me away from my good marriage, and now my ex cheated on me. So your ex knew that you're married, or your ex-boyfriend knew that you're married, but he still decided to date you regardless. And now he cheated on you, and you're like, he lured you out of a great marriage. He didn't lure you out of a great marriage. You chose to leave a great marriage and go and meet him, thinking maybe is going to be a better person, or maybe you're going to enjoy whatever you did not enjoy in that great marriage. But then it showed you what life is like, what relationship is. It cheated on you, so it didn't lure you. Anyway, this particular post that she made on her page got a lot of people talking. In fact, she did a story time, which the story time she was just rambling. So I'm not gonna play the story time to be honest. And what she said in story time is more or less like she got married at 19 years old, and she was forced to marry this her husband. Later on, he didn't have money anymore, or they were having financial issues, and she had to go out. So there are a lot of single guys, asking her out and all of that. So she had to date one of them, and that was later to this her ex that cheated on her. Okay, what did you guys think? Do you think our ex really loved her after the marriage, or she just be the Lulu? Let me show you some reactions, then we'll come back and talk about
So
it.
the girlie who said she was allured out of a great marriage and then got cheated on made a 7-minute long story time on what happened. And in response to some of the backlash that she's been getting, I watched it so you don't have to. She was 19 when she got married to her ex-husband because she got pregnant and her mom forced it upon her. She was crazy in love with this guy. They were best friends. They were high school sweethearts. He was the breadwinner. They had a great marriage and a happy family, but then he started getting laid off by his jobs and it was unstable. So then they were living paycheck to paycheck. And she says there were single men around her all the time, which she didn't fall into, which is wild to say because duh, there are single people around all of the time. She's saying that as if it's like oh, look at me staying faithful, as if it's that hard. She said that she didn't know what it meant to take vows. She was miserable and basically admitted to playing in his face for a while. She said that she started going to work again and then she felt resentment towards her husband. And then this guy at her new job would not stop flirting with her. She said that he was tall, dark, and handsome and that he never left her alone and would text her a lot, and then he just became irresistible. Yes, she used the word irresistible. She went out with that guy in a group, alcohol was involved, and not good stuff happened. Her ex-husband had found receipts that belonged to the guy in her car, and then he found out that they were texting a lot, so then they get a divorce. She moves in with the guy that she cheated with, and then everything went downhill. She was drinking too much alcohol. No one in her life liked the new guy, obviously. She says that it was the worst of times, and that guy still tries to come into her life now, even though they are done. She says that she takes accountability, but like she doesn't, because she still asserts basically in her story that she was lured by this irresistible guy and just admitted to cheating on her husband because they were going through hard times financially. Let me know what you guys think.
The video of the lady that said, to my ex who lured me out of a great marriage, got me, and then cheated on me, you are accountability's final boss. Because that ex didn't cheat on you, he got lured out of that relationship with you. Because if you were in a great marriage and a person was able to get you out of that marriage, why on earth did you think that new person would be loyal to you? They saw who you were.
Exactly.
They saw the character you were. And he knows that even if he's great and everything is going good, you can be lured out of a great situation. I had a bro that once said to me, it's easier to win a 1v1 when talking to a girl. And I was like, what does he mean by that? And he straight up said to me, it is easier to win over a girl that has a boyfriend because you're only competing with the boyfriend. I said, bro, you're insane. And now here I am seeing that he wasn't lying, and it's somewhat true because you were married in a great relationship and you still left. And now you made that video. There's no way. Take accountability.
One thing I like about thing I would like to see before leaving this floating blue rock we all live in is just maybe just one day these women take accountability for their actions. Because what? What do you mean you got lured? Are you a rat? Every fucking day they come up with a new word for cheating. If you're a piece of shit, just say that and it's okay. The one that vexed me the most is acting surprised it turned out the way it did. What did you expect? Run away, have kids, live happily ever after? Okay, Cinderella. It doesn't work like that. This is not a Disney movie. Because you had a great marriage. Because in my book, it is good, very good, and great. Because I don't know what's better than great. I understand living for greener grass. But at this point, you want a whole forest. Because what? Anyway, don't forget to like and follow, guys.
To my ex who lured me out of a great marriage and then cheated on me. Is this really what we're doing? Have we seriously coddled women's ignorance and delusion to the point where they can do the linguistic gymnastics to say something this fucking mentally challenged? Is this seriously where we're at as a society? Like, that's a wild way to say you have no class and you destroyed your family for a fling. Like, that is fucking crazy work to try to get out of accountability. And what's wild is she, since this video, has made a 7-minute video explaining, and she's like, well, I got pregnant early and I got married and then he lost his job and then I started resenting him because I had to work and then all these handsome single men started flirting with me, so I started entertaining their attention. Poor me. Like, have we seriously coddled women's ignorance and delusion to the point where they think this is okay? You have a whole ass family in life and you're gonna throw that away because some random dude wanted in your pants. And because he gave you a minimal amount of attention, you thought you were special. That's fucking crazy. Like, you're supposed to be smart and educated. You're supposed to be strong and independent. How the fuck do you guys keep falling for these same fucking things? And not only that, but then, like, he cheated on you. Like, you didn't expect that? He slept with you when you were married, and he knew that. What makes you think you were special? Like, again, this fucking disconnect from reality. You guys need to stop overestimating yourselves. Both intelligence and looks. You guys are not who you think you are, so you need to think a little more and be a little more cautious. And, like, it's bad enough that you guys do these stupid things and say these stupid things to each other, but, like, you keep getting online. You keep fucking posting this shit. Why? Do you, in your ignorance, really think people are gonna be like, yeah, you know, you're right, fuck that man, you don't need him. No, dumbass, you're the problem. And no amount of belugas pretending otherwise is gonna actually change the reality that we're all experiencing. We can see you.
Ma'am, have you heard about bodily autonomy and free will? Because if you were legitimately in a happy marriage, how can anyone make you do anything? I just feel like this take is so not it. And don't get me wrong, like, I have been very vocal about how I think there's accountability on both sides. Like, while yes, the person who is in a relationship, in a marriage, whatever, is the person who, like, had a responsibility to the relationship that they were in and made those choices. If the person who they were cheating with is fully aware of their situation and chose to go along with it anyway, like, that person is also accountable to an extent. Like, they weren't the one who was responsible to the partner that was cheated on, but they still have, like, a sense of morality that knows that they're doing something wrong. You know what I mean? Because I've seen people in comment sections who go, oh, well, they weren't loyal to their relationship, so why should I be? That responsibility is not on me. That's not it. Like, I understand the concept of, like, oh, well, if it wasn't me, it would be somebody else. Yes, but why do you want it to be you? There's something deeper there. Because I can tell you right now, like, the most attractive person ever could come up to me and be like, oh my God, please be with me. And I'd be like, ew, you're trying to cheat on whoever? Like, no. It's just not in my... No. And yes, that's different if you're being lied to and you don't know that they're in a relationship and like you find that information out later. That's a very different scenario. But it feels like more often than not, people are very aware and go along with it and then try to misplace the guilt by being like, wasn't my fault. They weren't loyal to their relationship, so that's not on me. It is on you. It is. Sorry, that's getting me away from the topic. But the main point being like, no one can take you out of your relationship. That is a choice that you're actively making. And so to make this video is just wild to me. Wild. Because nobody can make you do anything. Nobody convince you. No one can convince you to do anything. You willingly made those choices. And not only once, like if you do any sort of research about cheating, there are multiple choices being made along the way. Like choices being made to talk to the person initially, choices being made to continue talking to them, choices being made to escalate the conversations, choices being made to see them in person, choices being made to do things in person. Like there are several layers of choices being made. It doesn't just go from 0 to 60 unless it's like a one night type of thing where you made one decision and then never again. If this is a long-term thing, which it feels like from this video it was, there were a series of decisions made over time.
Yeah.
That's on you. That is not on, that is also on that person. However, they did not force you to do anything.
Exactly.
So you're blaming your cheating ex for cheating on your husband? Come on, we can do better than that. You can take some accountability. Actually, you should take all the accountability. You're the problem here, not the ex. And not only were you dishonest, disloyal, disingenuous, disgusting, it's disappointing that you put this on the internet. I know you didn't think about your husband or care about him when you were cheating, but goodness, did you have to embarrass him even further? Publicly? At least he has some proof for court, because you already proved that you take things to a level where they shouldn't be. So I'm glad he has some type of protection. As for the men, stay away from these adulterous women. Their house leads to death.
I think the song choice is interesting because you act as if that man is the only one who's a cheater. Honey, you cheat on your husband too. You act as if this man hogtied and dragged you out of your happy marriage. No, you went willingly. This is what it looks like when someone refuses to take responsibility and accountability for their own actions. Nobody made you cheat. You wanted to. None of this happened to you. This happened with you, meaning you were an active participant in exactly where you are. You thought you were different. You thought the grass was greener on the other side, but the truth is the grass is greener where you water it. Your marriage was already a good marriage, but you thought you could find better. That man taught you a valuable lesson, and that is if a man will cheat with you, he will cheat on you. You were asking the shirtless man for the shirt off his back. You're asking a cheater for faithfulness. He's allergic to faithfulness, and apparently it's contagious because you're allergic to it too. The fact that you seem like you genuinely believe that you're better than this man is amazing to me, because all he did was pull a you on you. There's only one victim in the story, and it's not you.
When it comes to cheating, I feel like cheating is not something that it was not planned, or if your partner cheats on you, it's something that it was planned. They've thought about. They know that this thing's gonna hurt you, and that's why they keep hiding it from you. They know that when you find out there's a problem, that's why they will hide it from you. That's why when most of the time when you find out that your partner is cheating on you, is either you have to sneak and smoke around before you can find out, because they try to hide it. And when you find out, most of them will come and be like, oh, it's a mistake. I didn't know what I was doing. They lie. They knew what they were doing. They've thought about it, because it takes a lot of stages for you to cheat. It takes you for you to look at the person and be like, oh, I wish I'm dating this person. I wish this person, or I'm sleeping with this person. And it takes them to exchange numbers. It takes them to start texting. It takes them to start meeting up privately without you knowing. It takes them to start having sex back to back, right? That is what cheating takes. You have to sit down and know that what you're doing is wrong. In fact, you will leave the house and knowing that I am going to cheat on my partner, and your conscience is not going to do anything about it. You're going to go and you'll still come back home and act normal. Cheating is something that is a choice that some people make, adults make in a relationship. It is not something that you were forced or somebody deceived you. I don't think you can be deceived. If you're really truly in a great marriage, as she said, I don't think you can easily be deceived out there that the guy you met out there will be better than your husband or something. It's because your eyes were already outside. You're already like, okay, this is time for me to explore. Maybe because you got married very young, which is 19. That was very young. Okay. So maybe you're like thinking, oh, maybe I'm missing something out there, and you decide to go out and cheat. But the mistake you make is when you cheat on your husband, or when a wife, or when husband cheat on wife, the mistake these people make is thinking that these people are going to be faithful and loyal to you, especially the ones that know that you're married. It's not possible for you to have a side guy or or a side chick that is going to be loyal to you. It's more or less like even if you have a side chick or a side guy that is loyal to you, you should be afraid of them, because it's not possible, because they know that you're married. So them being loyal to you and faithful to you is you being delulu, like you're just being delusional. It's not possible. Okay, so where if your ex cheated on you, it's supposed to. You're not you're supposed to, because you're married. So I just feel like she used the wrong statement in that video, saying that my ex lured me out of a great marriage. She should have said that I left a great marriage to go and meet someone else that cheated on me or something. She should just, try to take the accountability for the fact that she left a good marriage, a great marriage, as she said, to go and look for somebody that she thought would be better than our partner, and it broke her heart, or it cheated on her, right? And one of the states was saying that even the person that know that you're married and still decide to still date you or be in a relationship with you is also wrong. They're also wrong. Yeah, they're also wrong. But I feel like the one that actually is in a marriage, like you are in a marriage, you're the one that is doing something extremely wrong, because you made a vow to be with your partner and your partner alone. So you're cheating on your partner with somebody outside. You are the one that broke the vow. You are the one that should be held accountable, not the person that know that you're married. The person that knows you're married, you might be telling the person something else, because when I'm going to use men for example, because but this time around is a woman that cheated. Okay, when men cheat on their partner, they usually lie to the side chick and tell the side chick, oh, this is what my wife doing. My wife is dirty. My wife doesn't cook and clean anymore. My wife doesn't give me enough smacks. They just, say something just to make the other girl want to run a race and kind of balance the things that he's not getting in the relationship with his wife, right? So they always want to feel pity for you. What I'm trying to say is that most of those side chicks want to fill in that space that you don't have. And in their own head, they're just helping you and making you feel better. Why they're getting whatever they're getting from you anyway. But they're trying to fill in the space that you're not getting at home. So I feel like you that left your own home and went to meet somebody outside to fill in a space that you could have that conversation or communication with your partner to fill in that space with you. You are the one that is wrong. I intentionally brought men reaction to this video because look at them all shouting and doing, oh, women are this, women are that, just because a woman cheated when she was in a great marriage. A lot of men cheat on their wives in a great marriage as well. Actually, for next part, women will still stay in that marriage no matter the cheating. Okay, so if one woman out of 100 cheats on her husband and you refuse to take accountability, I don't think they just have the right to start talking anyhow. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that. But see, most of them, there were a lot of them talking, really. I just had to bring few. A lot of them were just talking and saying that, oh, women are this, women are that. How can you leave a good guy? Da, 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 da. I'm like, but you guys do this all the time. Like, you guys actually leave a good woman. You leave your home, your happy home, and go out and look for side chick. And people are saying that, oh, men are polygamous or men are like this in nature. Men cannot stick to one particular woman in nature. But when a woman does it now, it's a problem. I'm just saying. What is your take on this conversation? Let's have conversation in the comment section. Respectfully, as always, Ichaka Mara David, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.